Hey there, and welcome. So, you want to learn Hindi? You've come to the perfect place. Today, we're going to tackle the very first and, honestly, the most important step, getting a handle on the basic sounds of the language. Let's jump right in.
First things first, why even learn Hindi? Well, just look at this number, 600 million. That's a huge number, right? That's roughly how many people on this planet speak or at least understand Hindi. It's actually the third most spoken language in the world. We're talking about a massive global community.
And what we're doing here today is your ticket in. It's your first step toward being able to connect with all those people. Because at the end of the day, that's what language is all about, right? Communication. And you're about to get your very first tools.
To speak Hindi, you've got to know how it's written. And that means we need to get to know its script, which is called Devanagari. Now, I know what you're thinking when you see all those new characters, but don't get intimidated. Seriously, just think of it like a fun logical code that we're going to crack together.
And right here, this is the secret weapon of Hindi. You know how in English words like tough, though, and through look kind of similar but sound totally different? It's a mess. It could be so confusing. Well, Hindi is the complete opposite. It's phonetic, and that just means what you see is what you say, period.
So here's the absolute key takeaway. Devanagari is a phonetic script. Every single character has one and only one fixed sound. Once you learn that sound, you've learned it for good. There are no curveballs, no surprise pronunciations. It's so consistent.
And the basics are gonna feel pretty familiar. Just like English, you read it from left to right. The really unique thing you'll notice is that top line connecting all the letters. It's called the Shiro Rekha. And the best way to remember it? Just picture all the letters hanging down from it nice and neat, kind of like laundry on a clothesline.
Okay, so how do we actually start cracking this code? We start with the building blocks of any language, the vowels. These are the core sounds that are going to make all the other letters come to life.
We're going to start by looking at vowels in pairs, a short sound and a long sound. Take a look at these two. The first one is a. The second one is ah. Can you spot the difference? It's that extra vertical line on the right. That single line is a visual cue that tells you to make the sound longer. Pretty clever, right?
Okay, time to practice the first one. This is It makes that soft sound, kind of like the U in umbrella. It's a short, quick sound. Let's try it out loud together. Ready? Say Awesome.
And now for its partner, ah. Remember that extra line? That's our signal to hold the sound a little longer, like the I in father. It's a more open, drawn-out sound. Okay, now let's try the long one. Say ah, ah, ah. See? You can feel the difference.
Let's check out our next pair. On the left, we've got the short I sound, like in the word India. And on the right, the long E sound, like in the word see. See the visual hint this time? It's that little hook curving over the top of the second character. That's our sign for the long E sound.
Okay, let's practice I. It's that quick, short I sound from is or in. All right, your turn. Say I. Perfect.
Great job. Now for the long sound, the one with the hook on top. E. This is that E you hear in feet or meat. Let's draw it out a bit. Ready? Now the long one. E. Fantastic work.
And here's our final pair for today. On the left is oo, which sounds like the oo in put. And on the right is oo, which sounds like the oo in food. And you guessed it, there's another simple visual cue. See that little tail curling out from the middle of the second one? That's what tells you, hey, make this a long sound.
Let's try the short sound oo. Think of the sound in book or could. It's a nice, soft, short sound. Okay, let's hear it. Say oo, oo, oo.
And now, the long one with the tail. Ooh, this is the sound you get in moon or soon. Let's do it. And the long sound. Say ooh, ooh, ooh. You're totally getting this short versus long pattern. This is a huge part of sounding natural in Hindi.
Okay, before we put this all together and do something really cool, let's just learn two more super important vowels. The good news? These guys don't have a short-long pair. The first is A, which sounds just like our letter A in English, or the sound in way. The second is O, which sounds just like the letter O in go. Easy, right? Let's say them. A, O, A, O.
All right, this is the moment. This is the payoff. You've learned the characters, you've practiced the sounds. Now it's time to see it all click together. You are about to read your very first words in Hindi. For real.
Let's break this down. Step 1, just look at the letters. That first one should look familiar. It's our long vowel ah, ah. Now, we're going to add a simple consonant. This character is ma, and it makes an M sound. Step 2, say the sounds out loud. Ah plus M. Step 3, read the word. You just did it. You just read the Hindi word for mango. Let's do one more, just to prove it wasn't a fluke. First, see the letters. We've got the vowel A, that's our E sound. We're going to pair it with this consonant, ga, which makes a hard k sound. Okay, now say the sounds. E plus k. Put them together, and what do you get? Ik. You just read the word for the number 1.
Okay, let's just pause for a second and appreciate what just happened. You just read Devanagari. There were no tricks, no silent letters, no weird exceptions, nothing. What you saw on the screen is exactly what you said. That is the power and, honestly, the beauty of this script.
So, in just a few minutes, you've gone from 0 to actually reading words. You've learned the absolute foundation of the Hindi language, the vowels. These are the building blocks for literally everything else. So the only question left to ask is, now that you can read, what stories could you read next?